Hello and welcome to Fineprint. I'm Molly Gambhir. We've rarely heard of natural calamities this big in the United States. The wildfire in California, raging for over 4 days, has turned out to be the deadliest in the state's history. The town called Paradise there has been reduced to ash. Another fire is raging in the southern part of the state. It's the most destructive forest fire on record. 31 people have lost their lives and over 200 are still unaccounted for.
Orange flames engulfed acres of forest land across the state of California. Fierce wind-driven wildfires charred hectares of land. It destroyed everything in its way. 7,000 homes and businesses have been turned to ash. 100,000 acres of land has been charred. And at last count, 31 lives were lost. The so-called Camp Fire is the most destructive blaze in California's history. In Southern California, the Woolsey Fire has scorched at least 85,000 acres of land. It has destroyed 177 structures. Cars caught in the blaze were reduced to mangled metal carcasses, and power lines were gnawed by the flames. Fanned by hot, dry winds, the Woolsey Fire doubled in size from Friday into Sunday. The blaze forced authorities to issue evacuation orders for 250,000 people in Ventura and Los Angeles counties. People from beachside communities, including the Malibu Beach colony, were also asked to leave.
This is not the new normal. This is the new abnormal. And this new abnormal will continue, certainly in the next 10 to 15 to 20 years. And unfortunately, the best science is telling us that dryness, warmth, drought, all those things, they're going to intensify.
Thick black smoke blanketed the California sky, and the sun was barely visible. As hundreds of firefighters from across the region raced against time to battle the flames, from both the ground and by air. The burning forest was even caught on tape by NASA. While firefighters tried to control the blaze, rescue crews stepped up their search. And relatives desperately searched shelters for their loved ones. At such a time, President Donald Trump decided to point fingers. Taking to Twitter, the United States President said, "With proper forest management, we can stop the devastation constantly going on in California. Get smart." California is struggling to deal with the biggest inferno in its history. Only 2 other Californian wildfires have claimed more lives. The most recent was more than a quarter century ago. And this time around, a search for the missing people continues. It will take months before the state stands back up on its feet. Bureau Report, World is One.
And the world's tallest building, Burj Khalifa, was lit up in the colors of the Polish flag to mark 100 years of independence. Dubai's landmark building joined other landmark buildings around the world, like the pyramids in Egypt, the Statue of Christ, the Redeemer in Rio de Janeiro, the Leaning Tower of Pisa, or the Seoul City Hall, which were illuminated in white and red. On November 11, Poles commemorated the establishment of the Second Polish Republic in 1918. From territory seized by its eastern and western neighbors in the 18th century, made possible by the defeat of Russia, Germany and Austria in the World War I.